No. Have I got a fire extinguisher in the car? It's in there. Nettles. You hit there. So we've lost the GPS and we've lost the ASC. What condition's this thing in? I don't know. We'll leave it there. Okay, so I just thought while I was up here doing a range test, I'll have a look and see if I can find this ESC. Now what I have found is, and I already just walked in because the grass was so short, is this. Now, that's an XLX. So where's the rest of it? Should it be around here? We will find it. There's another bit. Now, have they been in here and grown silage and then cut it? I don't think so. But this thing is in bits. Like, that's bad. So, I'll keep looking here and see if I can find it. Any more of it. I'm going to leave these things sitting here because this is where I found it. We're looking for coloured wires if they can still see them. Anything in along there? There it is.
So look at this.
There it is, there it is, there it is. Completely destroyed, look. All the cables, everything ripped off it. That's even ripped off it there. That was a huge crash, huge crash. Look, there's your cables. There and there. So I was looking in the right place, but the thing was utterly destroyed in the crash. So it was absolutely destroyed. Now, are we going to be able to get any data log off this? We will see. I can't believe I found it. Cannot believe I found this thing. I'll post a wee video up of this. Look at it, it's absolutely... So the ASC, you can see there, I'll pull the grass off it. The ASC has hit the rock whenever it's went down on its side and completely and utterly destroyed it. It's pretty bad. So I've made my own sort of wee wiring harness, obviously, for excuse the tape, is just to keep, because I haven't soldered or anything, I just twisted the wires together. Everything's broken on it from the impact. That's the one that I originally had soldered. That's obviously one other one that pulled off. Quite close up of the damage. Now this has been sitting out in the field for 6 months. I spent about, across 2 days, I must have spent about 6 hours looking for it and couldn't find it. This was on the side of the car that and then obviously the damage on the top of it. But let's see if we can get some data log off this. See, my focus isn't working very well there. So let's try and get this onto the dialogue and see what happens. So obviously I've made this, so we have, from memory, black is out that side on the harness. We'll just put that in there like that. So let's see what we get. We should see some flashing lights here from this. So forgive me, I'm just trying to do all this cock-handed. So USB, we'll introduce the 5 volts to it and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't smoke. But it's been sitting out in the rain and whatever else for 6 months since July. This is now January, July 2022 the crash happened. This is now January 8th, 2023. Plug it in. Oh, there's the red. Oh, there's the green light. I cannot believe that that is actually. Let's see what we can pull. So, load that. Download. Yeah, so it was the first run I was doing. I hadn't run the car for months, for about a month and a half, because I decided not to run it, to put extra wear on it, because I was waiting on the Onyx batteries arriving. So I made the decision, and in all accounts it was a bad decision, because before I was running every other day. I was going up every 2 days and doing 4 or 5 runs every day, and I could run down the road, not a problem. It was easy down this 12-foot wide bit of road with cat's eyes and rumble strip for half a mile. It was absolutely easy. And then I went up and tried to do it with the new Onyx batteries and didn't have the skill levels. So let's see what we can pull out of this. Right, okay. So in the run, I had done a wee test run. So this is obviously the run where the battery then died. Minimum 11.2 down here. Forget about that. That's obviously where the power has just been cut here. So it is. So we'll go here, and forgive me, just I get this right on the money where I want it to be. Right. So you can see. Let me see if I can get this camera fixed a bit better, so it gets the whole screen in. There we go. I'm shocked I'm getting this. 6 minutes. So we'll go from here. I've just got it smoothed off slightly because I'll show you. I'll do it obviously without the smoothing on it. Like, so as you can see, I just wanted to see, because this is how I used to do my data logging, and it's just I want to compare it to running the Panthers at the time. So you can see here, obviously this is where the power cut, and then the volts just drained, because I had the capacitor pack on it as well, so that was the volts just draining out of it. And this is where you get obviously the 23.7, which is incorrect. If I go to, this is where obviously I think it was a 9-second pull. So there's 5 seconds, and then obviously what's that? There's 2, and then there's 3, 4. So a nice smooth run. Ripple and all was very low at that time because I was running the capacitor pack. Voltage didn't really drop at all. It was really good. Stayed up, and we come down, and at its lowest there, if you look here where my finger is, that's obviously where the mouse is, that's showing this, other than the minimum is inaccurate because it's this bit here. So we come along and it drops down to 27.6, and at its lowest it only goes down to 27.4, but the longer I'm holding it into the run, so that's whatever, from there to there is a second, so it starts to recover. You can see the red line there starts to recover, and it comes up again just before it crashes, and it's sitting at 27.9. So as it recovers that much, and you can see that mirrored up here in the RPM, because the car started building speed again. So we're up here, drops, and then it starts to build speed again as the batteries recover. So ultimately, it was going to be a very, very quick run if I had have not crashed, because I had held this for at least 5 seconds, and then it would have recovered enough that it would have come up and plateaued. So I'm very, very happy with that. We'll go and we will change this. We don't want to, we disable that, and you'll be able to see the spikes and stuff. Okay, so yeah, I personally myself, I do like to see it slightly smoothed off because it's just easier to see how it, you know, it's easier to see when the car accelerates because it smooths it off. You can see when it plateaus and then you can see when it picks up again. You can't really tell that from this, in my opinion. You can't tell it enough. It doesn't it's not clear enough to show you that the car has, you know, it's sagged and then it's picked up again. Whereas whenever it's smooth, you can see up here, you can clearly see that it starts to ramp up again as it's accelerating.